Hello, my name is Joshua Morse. The topic I'll be discussing today is diet and exercise. How many of you have looked in the mirror recently and said, wow, I've put on some weight? I know I have a time or two. Which brings me to the point of why we're here, the importance of eating healthy and exercising. So this next slide says by eating healthy and exercising, you'll be a part of a solution rather than part of a problem. I truly believe this. Topics that I'll discuss include eating healthy, statistics in the United States, healthy eating habits, and healthier meal plan ideas. The next topic that I'll discuss is going to be exercising, statistics for exercise in the United States, federal guidelines, and just 5 basic exercises that we can do every day. Third topic is the importance of eating healthy and exercising as it relates to your body mass index, or BMI for short. Statistics, as it stands right now, as of 2019 September, 35% on average adults are obese in the United States. As you can see, according to the map that we have right here, uh, the purple indicates the states that are the most obese in the United States. There's, I believe, about 9 states that actually share a 35 or greater, 35% or greater BMI index or obesity. As you're out west, the more you go out west, the lower it gets, and then as you get here in the south, a little bit up in the northern areas, you'll have a 30 to 34.9% obesity rating, and then Colorado stands alone at 20 to 24.9% obesity rating. So, healthier eating habits, which brings me into this. As you can see over here, you got your food diagram pyramid. At the very bottom is the good, and at the top is what you want to use this most sparingly. You've got your whole grains, your plants, your oils, vegetables. You want to use that in abundance. You want more vegetables in your diet to help out. Fruits, 2 to 3 times a day should suffice. Your nuts, 1 to 3 times a day. You know, that kind of food group. Fish and poultry, 0 to 2 times a day. However, you can supplement that in with supplements. So, you know, if you're not a huge fish eater or you're not into that kind of things, there's supplements out on the market that will actually suffice for that. Your dairy and your calciums, you know, that kind of as we get to the top of the tier, you know, 1 to 2 times a day. You don't want to have any more than that. And at the very top is your red meats, your butters, your white rice, your white breads, your potatoes, sodas, and sweets. You want to eat those sparingly. You don't want to have those every meal. You don't want to try not to, you know, cut back on that. So try not to think of the certain foods, though, however, as foods to avoid. You know, it's not necessarily about avoiding these foods or staying away from these specific foods. It's about, you know, eating in moderation. Try to slow down on your eating. The slower you eat, it helps to where your brain and your digestive tract and stuff like that catches back up to allow you, you know, to feel fuller and get you that signal through the brain that tells you, hey, okay, I'm full. Uh, Eat smaller portions. Try eating smaller portions. Try eating, you know, throughout the day. You know, eat your big breakfast and then really small portions throughout the day, several times a day. Helps boost that metabolism and kicks you going and gets you stronger there. Avoid eating late at night. This is another thing that I know I have trouble with. I mean, I work night shift. It's a little daunting. It's a little struggle sometimes. You know, I work 12-hour shifts, so I eat late at night. So I have an issue with that sometimes. And again, back to adding more fruits and vegetables to your diet can actually help uh, with a lot of different things. It could help with protecting against certain cancers, and it also may help reduce the possibility and risk of type 2 diabetes. All right. This is just a couple of pictures and a couple of different recipes that I found on the internet that gives you some healthier meal plan ideas. You've got, you know, oven baked salmon takes 20 minutes. You've got your pork tenderloin. You've got your aluminum foil salmon, and then you've got a Roman style chicken recipe. You can find all these healthier ideas on Google. Just go in there and say, hey, Google healthier meal plan ideas, and a lot of these recipes will pop up. Which brings me into my next part, exercising. Did you know that 23% of Americans on average are getting enough exercise? That's less than a quarter of the United States. I mean, let's face it, that less than one fourth of every American is getting enough exercise in the United States. Now, granted, numbers do fluctuate according to age, sex, occupation, and home state. Federal guidelines, according to federal guidelines, and also according to E.R. Lakowski, MD, is you want to have 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week, or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise each week, followed by at least 2 days of strength training. These are just the 5 basic exercises you can do anywhere. You can do it at the office, you can do it at your house, you can do while you're out eating. I mean, you anywhere you want to do these 5 basic exercises you can do, which breaks down to squats, lunges, push-ups, pull-ups, and even rotations. Now, I probably wouldn't recommend doing rotations while you're out eating, but you can do squats and lunges and stuff like that, and that helps out. So now, the importance of eating healthy and exercising. The reason why, because of the research that I've pulled up, the United States is the 16th most obese country in the world. Now, most people look at that and say, well, that's not that big of a deal, 16th, Well, when you look at it, there's 195 countries in the world. 195, and the U.S. is ranked 16th. By incorporating healthier eating habits, meals, and exercising, we can bring this number down. We can take this to the United States, if we all work together, we can bring the United States out of the top 25 and maybe get us closer to, say the top 40, top 50. I get it. The reason why Americans are this is, is easier access to foods. Makes it easier. You got all these fast food restaurants that makes it easier for us all to go through and not have to worry about preparing meals and stuff like that for large families. And I get it. You worked a long day. Some people work, 8, some people work 10, some 12, 16-hour days. When you get home, that's the last thing you're thinking about is making a meal. So why not run down to the KFC and pick you up a family bucketed chicken, bring it home, and there you go. The meal's ready to go. As it stands right now, 39.6% of Americans, 39.6% are overweight. That's for adults. 18.6% for children ages 2 to the age of 19 are considered overweight and obese. So who is ready for a new chapter in their life? Who is ready to help be a part of a solution rather than a part of a problem? Who is ready to help crush this epidemic and get the U.S. out of the top 25? I know I am.